If you want to spend less time creating your images in Midjourney and work faster, I have a few tips for you, and the first one is to use turbo mode. Simply type in /turbo into Midjourney, and you'll switch to turbo mode, which allows you to work faster at a higher cost, but you generate your images much quicker. The other way you can get to it is to type in /settings and turn on turbo mode here. The next tip is to use repeat. If you're constantly having to re-roll and add variations to your prompts, you can actually get ahead of it, and at the end of your prompt, type in -- repeat. And then you can add in a number afterwards. It could be 5 to produce 5 versions of that prompt. It could be 10, which if you have a paid plan, you can go up to 10. Unless you have one of the, I think one of the more expensive plans, you can go up to 30. But if I want to say, repeat this rabbit samurai prompt 5 times, I hit -- repeat 5. It will say, are you sure you want to imagine 5 prompts of samurai rabbit? And I click yes. And so now I have 5 prompts, which combined with turbo mode, it took about probably 1 minute to produce all 5 of these prompts. So that's a great way to speed things up and get a larger selection of images to choose from. Now, the next tip is called permutations. So let's say I want to create 5 different prompts. Now I have a few here, keeping with the animal warrior theme: a samurai turtle, samurai duck, ninja walrus, police chicken, and Spartan frog. So what I actually want to do is go into Midjourney and go into Imagine, and I type in a curly bracket with my first samurai turtle, comma, samurai duck, comma, ninja walrus, comma, police chicken, comma, Spartan frog, and I end on that. And what it will do, if I hit enter, do I want to create 5 prompts? And I can create up to 10 with the paid plan, and again up to 30 with one of the more expensive paid plans, I think one of the top 2. And I can actually see what the prompts are. I go show prompts, and it will show me the prompts that it's going to submit. If you need to edit your template, you can do that. But for now, I'm going to click yes. Now, as you can see, in about 20 or 30 seconds using turbo, I have a samurai turtle, a ninja walrus, a samurai duck, police chicken, and a Spartan frog. But it doesn't just end there. If I want to mix elements and styles, I can also create something else. I go to /imagine. This time, I type in something like cyberpunk. I add my curly bracket. I have frog, chicken, and cat. Now, I can also mix something such as a style or even a parameter. So if I wanted to, I could have the same curly brackets in here, although maybe I want to say cat and I want the cat to be black. And normally I would say cat, comma, black, but I actually can't do that. So I need to add a / in front of this comma, so that way it doesn't actually separate this term, and it goes cat, comma, black in that prompt. I can then go in the city. I can even add another curly bracket. This time I can say --AR 16 to 9, comma, --AR 1 to 3. So I can actually use parameters and codes in this permutation along with my prompt itself. So I hit enter. Again, I can see show prompts. I've got a cyberpunk frog in the city, 16 to 9, 1 to 3. Cyberpunk chicken, 16 to 9, 1 to 3, and you get the idea. I click yes. And again, it's produced all these prompts in the right aspect ratios, the 2 different aspect ratios, and the 3 different subjects. Now, you might also want to try custom codes to speed up what you're doing. So let's say I type out a prompt. Now, let's say I have a phrase I use a lot. So I've got here like cinematic 3D render, ultra realism, all of these words, and maybe I am actually using these words a ton because I'm trying to get a particular look, and I've gotten pretty far using this information. I just want to change the topic. What I can do is take this information here, and I'm going to go cut, and I'm actually going to start all over again. So I then type in /prefer options set, and I hit enter. And option pops up. I give it a name. I'm going to call it 3D. And now I'm going to tab over and give it a value. So I click value here, and I paste in my comma because that's how I want to end the end of my prompt. Cinematic 3D render, ultra realism, and it even has a code at the end like AR 6 to 9, and I can go from there. I can even type in --Niji and add in other options and parameters at the end if I want to as well. I'm going to click enter, and I've now created my own option. I can even check on it by typing in prefer option list, hit enter, and it has a list of some of the options I've already got set up. So I've got 3D here, cinematic, and it's got my full prompt that I've added to the end. So now when I type in imagine a dog riding a rocket, I type in --3D because I've set that option. I hit enter and it's automatically added all my words to the end of that prompt. And now I have a dog riding a rocket. And I can just continue to add those options as I see fit. If you want to remove an option, type in / prefer option set 3D and leave it blank, hit enter, and the custom option 3D has been removed. I can also use prefer suffix to set certain codes and words by default. So I have a prompt here and it's an explosion in my phone, and let's say I've been trying to create photos and I've been using this particular line of words to get that to happen. And then also this aspect ratio, as well as no camera, a negative word because I don't want cameras appearing in the scene. So again, I can actually just take this here, cut, I go back to the start, prefer suffix, new value, and I paste that in, hit enter. So now when I type in imagine an explosion in my phone, I hit enter, and you'll see it's again automatically added that in the end. But I can also type in imagine dog with sunglasses, and it adds it in. I can continue to work on whatever I want and it'll automatically add this in. However, if I want to remove that, I go prefer suffix and I just hit enter, and the suffix is now removed. My final tip is a little bit more of a mental one, and that is to come up with a prompt formula, something that you use to create certain images. You might find there are certain keywords you favor or certain ways of thinking you prefer. So let's say I've got here description, details, art style, and colors. I could basically take my description and put in what I want. It could be something simple like a cat in a raincoat. And the details might be something like red raincoat, Siamese cat. The art style might be, say, something like a Pixar 3D character. And the colors might simply be red and green background or something like that. Adding in some details, having an idea of what you need to put in makes it easier for you to think of the prompts you want, and then you can make your adjustments as you go. And of course, I want to assign an aspect ratio. I can just simply go 1:1 or leave it blank, but I can add something in there. So having a prompt formula or a series of formulas you like to use, they could just be kept in your head or they could be recorded, is a great way to also speed up your prompts because you spend less time thinking about that prompt. But otherwise, those few tips should get you working a lot faster in Midjourney, a little bit of planning and a little bit of forethought, and you can use these to really move ahead quickly and save a lot of time. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider giving it a like. Otherwise, hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching the video and have a great day.